2 days after we poured the foundation, we removed the forms we rented. We had to do that part in the pouring rain and darkness of December in order to get them returned on time. It was so nasty out we couldn't film it, and then we took a forced hiatus from the project until April when the weather got better. Here I am working on removing the last of the form wood where the rental kit was affixed to the footings. We had already done the outside perimeter, and we just had to finish off by doing the inside. Okay, that one's free, so we gotta get this one out.
Boing! He-Man! He-Man! And the Masters of the Universe! Oh, you know what I'm not doing? Wearing my gloves.
Oh, well, you know, safety's only a recommendation.
Safety is not number one priority. There we go.
Team Emilord. Episode 4.
Return of the Skid Steer.
Now, what side shall we go? This side? Or this side?
Do we go to the dry side or the swamp side?
Yeah, well, they're both going to end up in the swamp eventually, but this one is a shorter route.
Time to dive into the swamp.
Ugh.
So, right where I'm standing right now, that is a boot-removing pudding mess underneath that water there. But where Emily's standing, where we're kind of moving towards, that's not too bad, because the nice concrete guys poured all the extra concrete in there, and we can walk on there without losing our footwear.
You're going to show our big mistake. This is the cursed place where our forms blew out. Twice! Thankfully, we recovered fast enough that we were able to complete the pour. Gord's just chiseling away the remaining excess that's making it difficult to remove this board.
So we're not really going to worry about making this too pretty down here, because when we backfill, this is going to be under like 5 feet of dirt, so who cares? Once we actually get this to floor level, the part that you can see, we're going to take that and we're going to chip that down and make that look all nice and pretty. But this, nah, I don't care.
How you doing? Like that, huh?
It's a good thing it's only 14 degrees today.
Maybe I'll go a little bit closer.
You know, waterproofing a foundation is really, really quick. You see how fast it goes? I mean, just whips on by. You apply that layer of the stinky goo over the bottom to keep the water from infiltrating. Yeah, it's that fast.
Painting the wall with dinosaurs.
Yeah. You know, I gotta say, this smells exactly like you think it would. Rollin', 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 foundation waterproofing.
moving. Tar is on my roller, I'm rolling on the coating. Apply.
In the early spring, Gord pulled the engine out of our dead skid steer. He was determined to get it running again so we could avoid using another rental to backfill. On inspection, he discovered it had spun a bearing which destroyed the crankshaft. Thankfully, Gord doesn't give up easily, so he tracked down another engine on Marketplace. This one was a marine version and had it shipped over from Vancouver. He set to work combining its functioning bottom end with our functioning top end. After much tinkering throughout the month of May, he managed to get it all together and ready to test, where we will join him now.
Hi everybody. Well, we're gonna give this thing our first real kick at the can here, but I just tried starting it, didn't work, and then I kind of realized something. I haven't actually bled the injectors, which means, well, this ain't gonna do much. So what I'm gonna do here is take and basically start this up until it starts shooting fuel out of these little hoses right here. So it's not going to start up. Come around this side. Actually, I got to just get the right wrench for this. So the idea is very straightforward. We're going to come and kick the engine over a bunch, and we have left these nuts here, which are the feed nuts into the injectors. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave them open, and as I kick the engine over, a little bit of fuel is going to start spitting out of each one. So hopefully we don't make a bloody mess. So the way that you do this is you turn your engine on to full blast, you have them all kicked open, and then you just sort of start them up, or try to start them up. And then you close them up after they started spitting fuel. All right, let's do this a bit here. Oh, you know it doesn't work. You have to hook the battery clamp up to the battery. There we go. I think I saw squirty squirty.
It is spraying.
All right. Did I see squirty squirty from that one? Sure feels like I felt squirty squirty from that one. Okay, well that was really straightforward. We now go and all of the little nuts, we go and we tighten those little bad boys up. And maybe I should actually do it up by hand until it gets tight so I'm not sitting there for half an hour. Put it down. Does that one feel like it was peeing fuel everywhere? Not so much. This one was. All right, so now I'm not worried about this engine actually starting at the moment because the glow plugs are out, and that's why it's kicking over so fast. Number 3 here didn't really look like it was doing much, so I'm just gonna take it, stuff a towel in there, and let's do this again. Here we go. Why are you letting me down here, buddy? Can't possibly have a good seal already. Number 3, come on. There we go. Now we're starting to spray fuel everywhere and making an environmental disaster. Perfect. Okay, now that I've actually bled these things, snugged them up, we've got all of our various hoses tied up, I remove the oily rag from inside the important places, and now I put the glow plugs back in. They go in just beside here. You'll see right there, beside the exhaust header there's a little opening right there. Just go in, and normally you hook up electrical wires to them and they do electrical kind of stuff. All right.
Dirty, dirty.
Contact. Whoop. Not contact. Whoop. Ladies and gentlemen, winner, chicken dinner. And that sounded amazing. And I only smoked out a portion of the neighborhood. Should we do it again? Huh?
Sure, Gord, let's do it again.
Okay, only because you said so. Should I maybe screw this down so it doesn't fall off? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. This time I have my safety steelies on, not just my safety slippers on.
Moving a skid steer engine in the back of the truck. I am the counterweight somehow for this 700-pound engine. Huzzah!
Hello everybody. Well, today is the day. We're gonna finally get to test the skid steer here. We have installed our new sort of rebuilt combined motor. Shout out to Nello, who sold me this amazing marine grade Perkins 4.108 motor here. I've taken my cylinder head, which was recently rebuilt, my CAV fuel pump, combined the two together, put everything in place, and it's been a long haul. I'm really tired, but I think we've got this. We're gonna try and fire this thing up. So let's go. Blow plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And contact. Helps when I turn the fuel on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a success.
We put the front wheels back on and lowered the skid steer off the jack so Gord could do one last test of everything. The next phase will be putting in our perimeter drains and backfilling. Both are going to go a lot faster now that our skid steer is up and running again. That'll be in our next video though. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on all the action and drama of building this workshop.